12 years had passed since the night the blue and yellow neon sign flickered out for the last time in their neighborhood. The world had moved to the cloud, to algorithms that guessed what you wanted to watch before you even knew, and to a silence that lacked the mechanical clack-clack of a plastic case. Sarah and Mark were now a different version of themselves, the director's cut version. They had a house with a slightly leaky roof, a shared bank account, and a toddler named Leo, a secret nod to the bored teenager who had kicked them out of the store on their first night. For their 10th anniversary, Mark didn't book a fancy restaurant. Instead, he handed Sarah a printed-out map with a single red pin dropped on Bend, Oregon. "The last Blockbuster?" Sarah whispered, her eyes widening as she sat in the passenger seat of their SUV. "The pilgrimage," Mark replied, his hand finding hers over the center console. "The source code." When they finally pulled into the parking lot, the sight hit them like a tidal wave of serotonin. There it was, the iconic yellow ticket logo, standing defiant against the modern world. Walking through those glass doors was like stepping through a portal. The smell, that specific, chemically sweet mix of industrial carpet cleaner and plastic, hit Sarah so hard she nearly cried. "It's exactly the same," she breathed, wandering toward the romance aisle. "Look," Mark said, pointing to a shelf. "They still have the new releases wall." They spent an hour browsing, not because they needed a movie, they had every streaming service known to man, but because they needed the hunt. They needed the physical weight of the choices. Mark found a copy of Die Hard and held it up with a wink. Sarah found When Harry Met Sally, now a classic rather than a new release. They stood at the wooden counter, the same kind they'd leaned against a decade ago. The clerk wasn't Leo, but he had the same vibe, a quiet guardian of a dying kingdom. "Just these two?" the clerk asked. "Just these," Mark said. He didn't reach for his phone to pay. He pulled out a worn, laminated Blockbuster card from his wallet, the one he'd kept as a souvenir. "Think this still works?" The clerk smiled, a rare, genuine expression. "For you guys? Always." As they walked back to the car, the Oregon sun setting behind the mountains, Sarah looked at the yellow plastic bag in her hand. It was a relic, a piece of history, and a testament to a Friday night that never truly ended. "We have to rewind them before we bring them back," Sarah joked, leaning her head on Mark's shoulder. "I think we've already rewound far enough," Mark replied, kissing the top of her head. "I think we're exactly where we're supposed to be."